Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I'm just going to review this little side movie I picked up as it was recommended to me from a friend of mine. It's called Midway. It's a World War II movie. And first, I'll say right off the hop, this is a really good movie, a really enjoyable one. I really enjoyed watching this movie. Directed by Roland Emmerich. He's not the greatest director for the most part, but he releases some really good movies from time to time, besides the ones that are just kind of mediocre. Every once in a while, he comes out with one that's really, really good. And this is definitely one of them. This might be, other than The Patriot, this might be one of his best movies, actually. And it takes place in 1941. It deals with the it's a different take on the attack on Pearl Harbor. Tora 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 from back in the day was an awesome movie, a really, really good movie. But ever since then, it's really only been Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor, which that movie sucked. Like, that's just a corny, cheesy, stupid movie. But at the very least, when in that movie, when the fighting happens, like when the attack on Pearl Harbor happens, it's actually quite well done in that way. But pretty much everything else about the movie sucks. But so it has kind of a similar shooting style. Like, the battle scenes are kind of similar to that first movie, but it's I consider it almost a better take, like a let's take that same story and let's make it better and improve some of the things that were majorly flawed about the first one. And it has a wicked cast in it. It's got Ed Skrein, it's got Luke Evans, it's got Woody Harrelson, it has it's got a whole list of people, really, really good actors. Mandy Moore, a whole bunch of actors are in this, actually, really, really good actors, and they all played their parts really, really well. The fighting style, like the style of shooting the war scenes in this is very Roland Emmerich but that's the thing is that usually, to me, I've said this before, I even said that even though a lot of people don't like it, but I really like Godzilla 1998, and I even said that about Godzilla 98 too, is there, because he does these disaster movies, he likes to do disaster movies, but I never really liked any of the disaster movies that he ever did. And so what I think, though, is that the odd time he gets a movie that is the style of the movie works, like his way of shooting movies, his disaster way of shooting movies, like his disaster movie style, works for that kind of movie, like this being a war movie, Godzilla being a monster movie. Like, there's just the odd movie, The Patriot being another war movie too. There's the odd movie that his style on filmmaking almost enhances or improves, or at the very least creates an interesting twist on the movie. So I definitely do like Roland Emmerich's filmmaking at times. He definitely has some really good moments in there. I love how at the end they do like black and white freeze frame photographs of the actors, and then they mesh it into the actual photograph of the real person, and they have little writing saying what actually happened to the person in real life, which I thought was really cool too. It was just a good movie. It was a good old classic, war movie. It was one that, shows the truth at what happened. It's heavy at times too. There's some heavy moments that it, makes you, stop and think. And, but, it's also got, the fundamental parts of filmmaking and storytelling. And, they even throw in, as much as war movies tend to take a darker tone to the end of their movies, to the end of their story, sorry. This movie had a nice, happy ending that they infused in there, which I really, really liked. And, Yeah, and it's told from, I mean, mainly the American perspective, but it's told both through the perspective of the American and the Japanese too, and they do a good job at delving into the culture and delving into what was going on culturally at the time. And yeah, at the end of the day, I quite thoroughly enjoyed Midway, and I'm glad my friend recommended it to me. And I think I'm going to leave this one off with a B plus. So that's my review for Midway, everybody. Thank you very much for watching.